Alrighty. So Bandai Namco had an announcement, live streamer today or whatever. I don't even know. All I see is a JJK game. Now I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna watch this in hopefully not 720p, 1080. I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna be really hopeful what this is. I hope it either looks good or plays good, and this is probably like a really early build, so we'll see. But this is gonna be my actual live reaction to this because this is JJK is one of my favorite animes, and I'm real anime mangas. Sorry, but I really hope, really hope this is not complete dog water because I will be kind of depressed if it is.
スクナを食う。それは俺にしかできないんだって。
Okay, Unreal Engine. Okay.
飯食って、風呂入って、漫画読んで、ふと気持ちが途切れた時。ああ、今スクナのせいで人が死んでるかもなってへこんで。俺には関係ねえって。
Okay, that's not bad.
自分に言い聞かせるのか。
Kind of looks like it's done by Arceus, but I know Arceus is probably.
自分が
I feel
死
like
ぬ
Arceus
時
is
の
an
ことは
Arceus.
分からんけど、生き様で後悔はしたくない。悪いけど、誰にも負けたくねえんだわ。
かけられるわ。私が私であるためだ。
Okay. I'm gonna let this play out, and then I will give my opinions.
大丈夫、僕最強だから。
折れるかよ。
さっさと終わらせるぞ。
Oh, it's 2v2 of that. Oh, okay, 2v2.
吹っ飛べ。
そりゃ
こっちこっち。
そこだ。
畳みかける。
これなら。
何発耐えられるかな。
Does it? I remember that. Okay. Okay, so my only, I guess, negative complaint about this, everything else I'm liking, like the cinematics and everything's pretty good, pretty solid. Like everything's pretty good. It's more like the combat itself doesn't look the greatest. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm gonna run this back in slow. I actually want to like break this down. I only like 0.5 speed. Like it just looks weird, and I think the background being this way does not help it. Cause like obviously this is just probably like the very first stage they made just to like implement the game, but at the same time, you can definitely tell where all the assets went, like where all the money, the ching went. But I think the problem is that like it's gonna feel mad slow. It's gonna feel like mad slow because it's like there's not really like a combo system. Well, there is a. Let me take it back. There is a combo system, but it seems like it's just like 2-3 hit launcher, air combo, knockdown, repeat. Which like that's good, but for how I think the anime, how fast it goes and how fast paced it feels, a lot of the fights feel, this doesn't do it a good justice of feeling like you're playing like an actual fight. It feels like you're just running a like bad version of Shinobi Strikers, which I think is the problem. It, like, because it's like slow paced, but then also, well, that just looked not that great. That just literally looks like, I don't know. Like it's like I have high hopes for this, that this is just like a really early build. And like that looked good. That actually that Nobara shot looked good. And this looked good. Like the supers look pretty good. But a lot of like the fighting just seems so slow paced for a show that has notoriously like fast paced fights. But maybe that will change. And also, like obviously it's not just gonna be these characters. Like, but at the same time, like Yuji is like, besides Gojo, Yuji is like the fastest one out of all of them. And then like Maki's like a second, and worry about him later. But like, I think what throws me is more that, like, obviously everything, like, the characters themselves, the character models look fine. It's just more like the gameplay. Like, the cinematics and everything's fine. Look at that. Like, even there's, like, environmental effects. Like, yeah, that's all good and all. But I feel like the gameplay is a bit too slow. Because, like... Also, is it going to do this Jump Force thing where, like, if you hit something, you get, like, a guaranteed cinematic? Or is it going to be more like that was just, like, a cinematic that they're using for the trailer? Because I know I'm slowing it down, so now it looks extra slow, but, like, even, like, the normal hits look slow, and then it goes into, like, probably a cinematic, like, special move or whatever. I have really high hopes. I'm gonna keep a positive mind about this and hope that this is just a really, like, early build. And they'll definitely, like, revitalize and vamp some of the gameplay for this. Because I feel like otherwise this is actually going to be a dud, and I would be very depressed. Because I feel like give this to someone like ArcSys, and this game would have been fire. Like, imagine, like, my ideal JJK game would be a straight up actual, like, fighting game, but I will take this. But the problem is this has to be good for us to get more, and that's where I think I'm kind of, like, getting bothered, is because, like, if this game doesn't get a good game, then they're going to sit there, like, the directors at Bandai are going to sit there and say, oh, the U.S. population doesn't like JJK like that. Or, like, the population doesn't like JJK like that. When in all reality is, we do. The game just isn't what it should be for JJK. And I feel like this is weird, because it just feels like Shinobi Strikers, except kind of worse. So hopefully they peep that, and hopefully they kind of revamp. Like, I hope this will just really just, like, get you, like, you know, in, but I feel like it doesn't make me want to, like, fully commit. But like, this is a really short trailer. Like, this is just showing, like, a couple cinematics and, like, base characters. Like, so hopefully, like, it gets better. Otherwise, I'm gonna be very depressed, because I would love to get more, like, JJK games and stuff like this. Like, I'm gonna actually play this game, and I'm gonna get it. Like, it's not a matter of, like, unless it's, like, really, really bad. Like, I mean, like, atrocious, like, genuinely atrocious. I'm probably gonna get it. But what I just hope it's not ass, because if it's ass, I'm gonna be sad. Because, you know, I have JoJo sitting in my Steam file. Great game, great potential. But the funny thing is, one of the things I'm also gonna be concerned about now, I just remembered this, the online. Because Bandai does not like online, considering they make multiplayer online games, and it makes no sense. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R has, like, a really good gameplay system for, like, 3D fighter. I like it, actually. It's pretty good. It's pretty solid, and it's pretty true to the characters and their movesets. But what makes me more fucking upset is that, like, the online is terrible. I mean, like, genuinely terrible. Like, actually. But that's the problem, because the game had nothing else. The game literally had, like, the most bare bones story mode to just, like, get you to play the game. And it was supposed to be mostly online focused. But the online netcode was terrible. I mean, genuinely terrible. Like, I have a friend who lives in the same city as me, and we play, and we will have bad connection. And it makes no sense when we're both playing on PC Etherneted. That should not be the thing. And delay-based netcode, like, just honestly needs to start getting, like, eliminated and phased out of these type games. I know it's like they don't want to pay for it. They don't want it. They want to sit there and be like, oh, like, as long as it's not broken, it's not, like, we don't need to fix it. But it is broken. Like, why, like, half the matches I played in JoJo's were, like, unplayable to the point where I didn't want to play the game anymore. It's just sitting in my thing. And I bought, like, the deluxe edition, so I sat there, like, well, I was really huffing copium on that one. And then, I hope this game isn't the same. I really hope that they just actually try to put some effort into this, instead of just going, let's just throw a JJK cash grab at people, and then let's hope they bite. And if this game actually gets, like, done well enough, we'll support it. But if not, we can just throw it away. Because this is doing a very fat disservice to one of their best series right now, and that's really upsetting. But I'm gonna try to get a positive look at this. Hopefully they drop more in the upcoming, like, months, because it'll probably come out in, like, October, November. because it's coming soon. And there's no way they're dropping that in September if it's like this. No way. So it's probably like October, November, or like latest like December. Like, I really hope this game isn't bad, but I'm gonna try to look at a positive outlier. This is the end of the video. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe.